the thing about this place, man, the healthy stuff, they're so expensive compared to the unhealthy things. That's what is so annoying.
Zucchini for $2.69. I did half and then I made sure.
The food's great. Meeting new people, I love it.
Okay, no one's copying her though.
Yeah, I was wearing a wig that day. Someone snatched it off. Anytime winter is coming around the corner and there's a video of someone falling on the ice, it gets sent to me. But when I don't get my alone time, I also see the negative impact of that because now I'm very irritable. I'm no longer as patient or as caring. I'm just like, please, everybody can get it. Anybody can get these hands.
I'm not saying I'm catching the bullet for any of them, but yeah,
You would. You definitely would.
I don't know how that part, but for sure, everything worked out.
Yeah.
And if it hasn't worked out yet, then it's not the end. It's not the end. Yeah.
Fine food, good conversations, and even finer people. This is DishCourse. Today we have a plantain tostada with a spicy pickles and stewed beef.
Yeah, that's them.
This is nobody knows what to do. I'll get the question. Yeah, what's something recently that reminded you of who you are?
Mine is my friends. Stay hanging out with them more often recently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Made me understand the more important things in life. So shout out to them, man.
Yeah. I think mine is just like how much I actually have accomplished because only so much of it can be chance and luck. The rest is like you put in the work.
Hard work,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, I think that was just like another. You know, you did that, but you put in the work to do it. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like phone calls with family always bring me back to myself. Yeah. Because, with them being so far away and like I don't get to talk to them every single day. But when I do, it always just like reminds me again of like why I'm here and even just little stories that they have from my childhood that I might not remember or that I might have forgotten. And they're like, you used to give us issues. Like we'd be picking your outfit and you're like, I don't want to wear this. I want to wear this. Like from young, and it kind of just gives you perspective on like who you are now and why you're that way, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like those are always my strongest reminders of like, that's where this all started from.
This episode of DishCourse is proudly brought to you by Mawia, where art meets community, wellness, and belonging, inspiring creative connection and meaningful spaces for everyone. We celebrate those who gather, create, and connect. And tonight we do the same. Mawia, creative arts and wellness.
I'll piggyback off everyone, really. For me, it's family as well. And then friends, just, when you don't know who you are or, going through memories and seeing, I was actually a fun person. Or like when you forget who you are, because I feel like I've been in that season where I'm like, okay, who is this person?
Okay, it's kind of reaffirming to know that what I think I'm doing is I'm on the right path. Yeah.
It's very important to have like friends and people around you who will tell you did this wrong or I don't like how you did that or this, but and they give you room and space to
work on it.
Sounds like you guys are having a great time. So the next dish that we're gonna have is a pumpkin.
Next, we have a butternut squash soup with a rose, cornflower, and marigold.
The first one was really good.
It's really well.
Yeah. This looks yummy.
I wish you could burn a boy.
That's the question after his last.
He might drag us out of some way.
I thought it was an issue with her boyfriend.
No,
it was both of them.
she was sleeping while he was performing, but she was right at the front.
No.
It's burning.
You go sleeping. Get out. I'm not performing until you leave and you get out. And
He stopped the show.
He stopped the show. And they stood up, and whilst they were by the door, there was 2 security holding the girl. on either
Security.
side and have feet below.
Okay, that was a bit
But why
much.
go to
That
a
was a
concert, you
bit
guys?
much.
No, but still, like even if I want to come here and sleep, I've paid
think-
my $150. I wanna sleep right here. What's up?
We're adults, guys. Life is lifing. By the time Friday hits, I am ready to sleep.
Exactly.
Pull me to the club, I'm asleep.
And then he was hours late. To the
So,
third time.
yeah.
I've been working 12-hour shift.
Yeah,
you know?
And I was like,
Yeah.
maybe someone else's sister too.
Yeah. Here's my thought. I think it's a very 50-50. Was he in the wrong? Absolutely. Because he could have said, are you okay? What do you need? What can we change? But it could have also just been a thing of after it happened, he could have just said, you know what? I might have messed up. We call it a day. Sorry, guys. We call it a day and we move on.
His apology.
I just feel like the way
nothing.
he came out of it was just he angered his fans just a little bit more. And personally, I'm not a big fan of the cancel culture because he's in the limelight, and I feel like it's easier to feel like you can just cancel someone out
Yeah.
when they're in the limelight. But we all make mistakes every day in our daily lives, and we could choose. Someone could just be like, "I'm canceling you because of us," something. So I don't think it should be taken that way. But I feel like it's a two-way street. So
Yeah, like
yeah.
still let your apology be as
Burna Boy,
loud.
if you're watching this, fix the G saying. What about you? Do you have any hobbies?
Oh yeah. But like, they're more on the sporty side.
Okay. Yeah.
Tell us.
Because I mostly do it with my friends. It's always more fun I do with my friends.
What kind of things do y'all do?
We run. That's the number one. Shout out to TTD, 10 toes down, Barry and the group, and also that's one of the run clubs I'm in.
We sing
And
our
also-
by Robbie Street
What's
every
TTD?
day.
10 toes down, that's the name. Yeah,
okay.
so that one happens. Yeah,
Got you asked you guys. Like, okay.
so I'm in 2 run clubs. That one's on Saturday. Then on Thursdays we also have one with Dairy. So those are the 2 run clubs I'm in. That's where I got most of my friends in Halifax. Okay, not most, but if I have to scale my friends, put them on the scale, the top ones, the ones I care about a lot, like I see them outside the run club even. I got them from the 2
Then I
run
just
clubs.
run club friends.
Yeah, because I came here 2 years ago. I came here for school. So, yeah, when I joined the run club, I definitely found
Your
a community. Yeah. It's not like I was the best runner, but aside from running, they are good people. Yeah.
That's good.
How does that running make you feel? Because I know a lot of people say that it feels addictive, but I don't. For someone who doesn't, I don't get it.
Yeah, but you go back now, and not everything that's new is always hard the first time you try it. Like, I remember the first time I went running with my boy. That time, Ashake just dropped his Mr. Money with a Vibe album. It's like, I think it's like 45 minutes. I was like, oh, I'm going to run till this song ends. But the first song didn't even end. I was like,
You're ready to go.
yeah, I was like, I'm going back home. Then, every day, it starts from 0.5 kilometers. The next day, you do 1K. The next day, you run past the beauty you've never seen in your life. Next thing, you signed up for Blue
I
Nose.
feel like
Sorry.
that's my problem is I want to be good like as soon as I start.
That's
When I run,
cool,
then I
right?
run a marathon, but
Yeah.
I don't do that. So I'll just do one.
So would you
Yeah.
say your stamina has increased as you've gone?
Oh, definitely. And like, actually, it's not that you mentioned, actually, it's more than 2 years ago. I think I just got better, where to the point where I started tracking it 2 years ago. Yeah. And then, I get into running if you can, man. If not, me, I know at Halifax, you guys have tennis courts everywhere. I tried that thing. That stuff is hard, man. Yeah, I feel like my wrist, I don't know if it's fixed. It just keeps flying.
I like that.
Nah,
I guess crystals make
hard.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
like pickle.
You tell someone.
Pickleball is nice. I played for the first time this summer.
How different is it from tennis?
First of all, you don't need to use all your force.
Okay.
Yeah, so you don't need to use like a lot of force, yeah.
Are we gonna see at the US Open soon?
For sure, man. For sure. You got me. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but being honest,
Pressure.
Carlos?
yeah, but
Alcaraz?
for sure, you see me there. Nah, that's a lie. At tennis is not my sport. Mine is for racket sports. I'm a badminton guy. Yeah, I love badminton a lot. I played first in primary school.
Yeah.
No, secondary school rather. And then one day when I was living in PI, I went for Jamaican's independence celebration in PIA, and they had it there, and I was just messing around, and it made me remember my childhood. And then literally the next day, man, I was on Amazon.ca. I bought the whole setup, and then I've been playing like every weekend. Yeah, it brought me back to my childhood days and everything. So literally every weekend I try to play badminton. Yeah, badminton
You do like
for sure.
soccer as well, like soccer.
Oh no, soccer ain't my thing. I ain't gonna lie here. I can come watch, but I don't play football. Yeah, but badminton, catch me playing badminton, catch me running. What else? Those are the main things. Yeah.
Growing old, I feel like we all need to get into a sport.
Yeah.
You got
I agree.
it somehow.
Yes, especially if you have a car and then you have a job where you're sitting down all day. Wow, my lower, I know,
Might as well.
I know how my lower back used to be.
Next thing you know, your belly is here.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
And it's so easy to pick up weight, man. It's so easy, yeah.
With all these hormones that they pump.
Yeah. The thing about this place, man, the healthy stuff, they're so expensive compared to the unhealthy things. That's what's so annoying.
Zucchini for $2.69. One tiny little.
That's insane.
Get a cucumber.
It's so expensive.
Come on.
I hope it was the best zucchini you ate because
It was, I did half and then I made sure.
Please.
Put that in a hash and half.
First God, the fruits and the veggies that you have given us. Look what they're doing. They're charging us an arm and a leg.
Box.
What do you think of the soup?
it's really
So
good.
good.
I have very creamy.
Because it's inspired by the Haitian one. The Haitian one has like bigger chunks, and I like that it's smoother. What is the like? So I see little
noodles.
they're noodles.
Oh,
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, do you guys
good.
know where else is really good? Monasaba.
What's that?
It's this Yemeni cuisine spot that recently, I say recently, but they opened up 2 years ago
here in Halifax.
in Halifax. It's on Washington Lake Drive. Oh my goodness. Yesterday, that's where, when I called you, I was on my way to go pick up from there. So they do like lamb, chicken, rice, and it was just, the flavor was 10 out of 10. And the prices are not bad. So,
First, I gotta plug my favorite restaurant. It's an Ethiopian restaurant in this city. It's called Asta Cafe.
Asta Cafe, the best, the very best.
To Asta Cafe. Ethiopian food is 10 out of 10 bomb. I'm addicted every other day. I'm very
So,
And the customer service, 100 and I think 100. so, yeah.
that's true.
I've been there before.
how
You like
Yeah, in Jara. This was
yeah.
because I do have like Ethiopian friends, and we went there.
Okay, nice,
They introduced me, put me to the culture.
The first time I went, for whatever reason, I did not like it. Like, I had nothing good to say. I was like, we went back. When I went back, I was like, can we have more? I like ready to lick the plate. So,
It's like,
I
do
didn't
you
want
have
it back.
rice?
I just wasn't used to the fact that they didn't have rice. I'm obsessed with rice, guys.
Southern African, Eastern and Southern African thing, rice.
rice.
That's the only.
It takes a big hold on us.
Even no Africa in general, because even the West Africa.
But that's true, they're jollof and everything.
Yeah.
You're right.
Rice is that girl mixed with potatoes.
Yes, your free question.
Oh, ready for another one?
Yes.
What's a truth you are learning to accept about yourself?
That's quite deep.
Okay, I know, like,
I have one.
that at the end of the day, everyone can tell you what you need to change about yourself, but you need to figure out what you need to change about yourself, because people will be like, this is great, blah, 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 but you need to have like the time to like reflect and be okay with you doing the change on your own time and not on other people's time, if that makes sense. It's a big one, at least I'm learning.
Is that my phone?
For me, I would say that I'm 150% of like making sound and reasonable decisions for myself. I feel like I do make decisions for myself, but I'll always like look for a second opinion, like, oh, what do you think about this?
what do you think about that? And then I'll be so in my head about it, like, oh my goodness, like, oh my, so. But I think I'm just like really learning to like.
That kind of goes like what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like, you have to make that final decision.
Exactly,
right?
right? Like I trust myself with the process. I'm starting to trust myself with like how I think myself through that process until I get there. And once I get there, I'm just like, okay, this makes sense. It makes sense to you. Doesn't necessarily need to make sense to everybody else. Push through and see what comes out of it. And
Yeah. I was very much the same way. I like everyone's opinions on things.
yeah.
Comes a question.
What's the truth you're learning to accept about yourself?
Oh, really makes you think.
Yeah.
Everybody's stuck.
I know. I'm like, that one really
Yeah.
makes you have to think. Sit back.
I have an answer about. Sorry, I have an answer about. I don't know if it's really 100%
No,
that.
go for it. Go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
facts. Because me, anytime I sit down and reflect on life, like even when I'm in trouble, at the end of the day, something just it all works out.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I'm lazy or anything, but these days I've just come to accept that like everything, exactly, everything will work out.
out.
And if it hasn't worked out yet, then it's not the end. It's not the end. Yeah. So yeah, I know that has definitely make me cocky, but definitely made me more confident about this life journey for sure. Definitely in a different headspace and everything. So far everything has worked out. I can't lie. I'm not a billionaire yet, but
Yeah.
so far we good. Yeah.
That's the key word.
We're on the way.
I think mine is just that the realization that not everything has to be perfect. If you are, I don't know, if you're the type of person who has, high standards for yourself or for what you feel like you want to do in your life, you sometimes get caught up in doing things so perfectly that it kind of also stops you from doing anything at all, right? And so I think I've had the recent realization that it's okay that things aren't perfect. All that matters is that you do the best that you can, and that's enough.
That's a good.
For me, a truth I'm learning about myself is I actually like people. You know how I've always
We always say that you
what's
don't
going on with people? And like, I don't like people, and my friends know me that way. And like, I realized, you know what? I do like people. It just takes much longer than they expect. For them for me to say that, okay, this is my person. But I always thought, I just don't like people. Like my tiny circle, that's enough. But I realized, you know what? I do like people. I just need to work on. Putting in the effort as well to maintain relationships, and that was my goal this year, to really invest in my friendships. And it's like, once I did, it's like, it's not sure.
It feels amazing, doesn't
It
it?
does. So that's something I learned. I'm like, I actually like people. Interesting.
Yeah, like I love getting calls from my friends. Hey girl, what's up?
Yes.
What are you doing? Sash does that a lot. Walking back home. Hey girl, what's up?
It's like, that's something I'll never do.
And I love receiving phone calls like that all the time.
Yeah.
So new development. Yeah.
Without thinking too deeply, I think mine is just that I love my alone time, and it's a tricky balance, because with the nature of my business, and with the nature of my job, and also just my nature, I love to this is stuff that I love, being around people and drawing from other, drawing inspiration, and also just picking up new things from other people. It can be hard balancing that with like time to just be by myself. But when I don't get my alone time, I also see the negative impact of that, because now I'm very irritable. I'm no longer as patient or as caring. I'm just like, please,
Everybody can get it.
anybody can get these hands. So I really have been trying to actually set up maybe days where I know that like these are my zombie hours. Like I want to sit in silence. I want to look how I look and not feel like I have to like put on a face.
You have to have those times though.
Yeah.
To like figure out what recharges you.
Exactly. And when I do that, I find like I'm so much nicer to be around. So yeah, that's something I've had to realize.
Sorry to interrupt. So what we're having for
And for our main course, we have Haitian fried chicken with épices seasoned rice.
Bon appetit.
What's been the highlight of your week?
Okay.
The food's great. Meeting new people, I love it.
Okay, no one's copying her though.
Yeah, so
Yeah, true.
Talk.
My highlight of the week was for Jemima's school, they usually do like, they have little jars to like teach the kids good manners. And it'll be like we're teaching them patience, kindness, how to be helpful and everything. And if they fill that up within the semester, they'll get like a pajama night where they come in, they watch to school with the pajamas and like a little cuddly doll, and they watch a kids movie, right? So it was basically, the highlight was the first time when she did it when she was in grade 2. I took her to school, but we forgot the doll. And it was the saddest day for her. 'Cause she went with her pajamas and everything, and they watched the movie still, but we forgot the doll. So everyone else had the doll, minus Jemima. But this year, the fact that I remembered for me was just like, she had a good day. She had her pajamas, her doll, and everything worked out for her. She was excited, and yeah, pretty much. But I would say it happened on Friday, so for me, highlight of the week.
That's so cute. We have the growth. We're remembering the details.
We're remembering the details for sure.
A lot of things happening this Christmas period that you guys can check out. You know, if you guys like plays, I go to Neptune Theater a lot.
You do?
That's something I really want to do as well. Yeah.
Nah, they have. I go there
Which shows have
often.
you gone
Which one
to?
did you watch? Yeah.
I saw the last one I saw was Wizard of Oz. I already booked. Yeah, I booked a ticket to go see. What's the name? The one that story with the Ghost of Christmas Past. Christmas Carol, I think. Yeah.
I saw that one. It's a
Yeah.
one-man
Yeah.
show, I think.
Is it?
It's really good.
Yeah, but I booked mine is on December 23rd. I was trying to get it as close to Christmas as possible. But they're also the ones before Christmas, 23rd and 24th. Because I think everyone had the same idea I had.
Yeah,
I wish they had like the Nutcracker.
No, there's one, not Cracker, but it's not Neptune Theater. There's another, another place where they have that one. So yeah, look into that. Yeah.
I definitely want to start doing more things like that. Like going to the theaters and doing like fun little activities like that, because I don't know, especially in the winter time, like you blink and then you spend the entire winter in the house just for the fact that you feel like there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
But there's actually stuff out there.
Yeah, those candlelight concerts are also something that I've had in my saved folder. Because they always have such cool themes.
Are they back in Halifax?
I think they
they've been
are.
there
They've just been changing up the themes every, like...
I know that they have an Adele one, and I think that's such a good one. Adele and ABBA. If anyone likes ABBA, I like ABBA. So but Adele, I'm just like, that's a really good one.
I'm waiting for the Drake one because they have the Drake one in Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's the one that I actually knew the songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I went for the Zimmerman
Oh my
one.
god, I can see it.
Maybe as time goes, we can get some Afrobeat in the year somewhere.
Some Tem.
Never know.
In terms
Actually, Thames would make sense.
Thames would work.
make sense, yeah.
Burning.
My highlight was getting a new car. Picking it up on Friday and just saying goodbye to the bus.
Okay, driving
I did
out.
my time. Okay. So that was my highlight.
Yes.
So what made you pick that specific car?
I test drove a lot of different models actually. And then I narrowed it down to this and a Nissan. It's like it's an SUV but like a smaller compact version. And I actually liked that one more because it had the sunroof, it had like heated steering wheel, all of these little features, but the storage was not as much. And then when I was about to take it to a mechanic for like an inspection, he was like, let me save you your money, go with the Toyota. He was like, you don't want to play with the Nissan.
I agree.
You're wasting your time. And I was like, sir, wait, please. I was literally on the phone begging for the Nissan. He's like, I'm sorry, I will not even waste your money.
I mean, a life
Go with
Are
the
they
Toyota.
typically like that cars, Nisha?
I mean, I feel like Toyotas just have a better reputation in like long-lasting.
They're way stronger.
Why?
Toyota and Hondas.
Spare parts.
Yeah,
and
the
stuff
spare
like
parts are
that,
everywhere, so
Right.
they are affordable as well.
Isn't Toyota Japanese?
Yeah, it is. Is Nissan Japanese as well? Because
I think so, low key.
Think
But I gotta double
it
check, yeah.
is.
But I think it is, yeah.
so
Is it just easier to find parts to fix a Toyota? Maybe.
it's easier and they're more reliable.
Like Toyota and Honda,
Much longer,
those two.
for
They
sure.
do.
Honda or Honda?
Who am I to
Honda,
argue?
Honda.
In that case, cheers to Sasha's new car.
What's her name?
Very proud of you.
Thank you, honey.
Highly
Naming her.
deserved.
You, honey. Specifically, is there something new that you want to try that you haven't done before?
Skating.
I went skating one time.
She was doing really good.
I was doing really, really good. Everything
up
was
quite
going
fast.
so well. I so happened to be with my friends, and one of my friends' boyfriends was there. And he's fairly been known to be a troll for me in my life. Anything I do it will be highlighted. Like, Nema, what were you doing? Anyway, so in the final hour, I was wearing a wig that day.
Oh. Someone snatched it off.
My hair was not braided down.
Hold on.
I was skating my life away. Everything was going
She was
so.
about
And then
to reach the air.
I was literally reaching the edge, and then I fell down, and behold, and my wig fell off.
Why the whole
And
thing
who
fell
happens to
down
be-
and the wig went.
And my hair was not braided down.
Oh
No.
And he
It
was
was just a
right
throw
behind
on.
me, my biggest troll in life.
And keep it.
And the first thing he goes is, "Oh my god!" I was just like, "Come on." Anyway, nobody saw literally no one.
So you could have picked up the wig style and
I moved on upon my life, right? Nobody saw it, but obviously when your troll is right behind you, they will spot it. He saw it, he laughed about it. Anyone else that came right behind him saw it and
It was
laughed
the one
about
guy
it.
who was behind you. Burst into
Anyway, I picked myself up, I threw my thing on, you know. But I've never had the end of the story till tomorrow. Anytime winter is coming around the corner and there's a video of someone falling on the ice, it gets sent to me. Anything out, it gets sent to me. I've just never
Just think of
survived.
the character it built, though. Now you know not to.
I don't know what character I built, but one thing I've learned is secure that.
Secure that wig.
Yeah, secure that way. Real
Yeah.
good.
He was the one behind her who burst into
He
laughter,
burst
but
into
he was
and he
trying
was with
to,
his
like-
little kid, and they both like, wow, I was just like,
So you
are
know
you
business laughing.
serious?
He was trying to woof her. I think you don't laugh before I get on you. Why?
Like quickly. Even in school when your braid used to fall out. And
I never found that embarrassing. I never found that
Your
embarrassing.
braids are falling out?
Like see how it's braided on the roof.
That
right?
one
It
would just
slide off.
Oh, that has never happened.
Before Knotless days.
Okay,
It's back in the day.
Oh yeah, because
okay.
they used to actually creep
To
me.
wrap
And-
it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah, literally.
I never felt embarrassed by that. People be like, I feel like it's such a braid. Yeah.
It
And
is.
where?
It sure
It
is.
is a big.
What you gonna do?
Oh my.
We've come a long way. This was 4 years ago. I'm recovered.
Yeah, are you?
I'm very recovered.
You must have, because you told us the story.
But back to Sasha's question.
Yeah.
Hobbies?
What do
New
you
things people want to try.
Oh, anything.
I would say mine is discipline. I never really have discipline in the winter. I just look at it as this dead season where we're just hibernating for summer to come alive. So I've kind of tried to like pick up habits before the dead of winter actually gets here, and I'm hoping to push them through the winter time and until, you know, summer. So just discipline and lizard.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Like I think this year actually was the first year that I thought of winter being a time to lock in and get stuff done in preparation for the summer. And when I did that, like my whole life just shifted out. Like, whoa, what a different way of seeing it, as opposed to just that I know I'm gonna be sad, I know I'm gonna be like inside depressed.
And also people take your vitamin D.
Oh yeah.
I promise you, it makes a huge difference. Like I was the type of person that would get winter depression.
Thank you.
And when I started taking vitamin D, it made the biggest difference for me. It made the biggest difference. So
Took your advice. I'm taking
highly recommend. Yeah. And you find that you now in the winter just more stable and your normal self.
As opposed to
like
I find it so hard to leave the house. It's so cold.
yeah.
that's the part. And like, remember when we like actually were into the gym and
Yes, it was throughout the winter.
rain come,
Snow,
and we were there, and it was just because I knew that someone else is gonna be at the gym, so if I don't show up,
Yeah.
it's just like not a good look.
And we barely ever skipped. And we
never
were going at
missed.
like 6 a.m., 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Bring back
to that, girl.
So next week?
Sima said, pick it up quickly.
Well.
For dessert, we have vanilla ice cream, seasoned almonds, and a cinnamon brown sugar sauce with crunchy plantains.
So the plantain was actually in each of the dishes that you had tonight, used in a different way. And I would just like to say I really appreciate all of you guys for coming out for the pilot of DishCourse.
Thank you, man. This was lovely. It's giving MasterChef.
That is. Everything has
That's
looked
only some of the
so
pictures you
good.
took of all
I've
the
tasted so
Yeah.
good.
What's a belief or idea you've been gently rewriting?
I think for me, I've really been rewriting the fact that I'm never alone in a situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say I have grown to be very hyper independent. And it's not necessarily the best thing. Actually, it's not the best thing at all, ever, at any one point. And I think it just came from, I wouldn't say came from circumstances, but I think it just came from my own idea of I don't want to disturb people. I don't want to interfere with whatever is going on with other people. But at the end of the day, I was drowning. And I was looking for an anchor, where's the anchor? Where's the anchor? Where's the anchor? I can't find the anchor. But where's the anchor? I need the anchor. But I feel like I've just come to a very big realization. And I didn't come to this on my own. I think I came to this just by being surrounded by so much love and people who are just willing to be I'm the anchor, pull. Hold my hand, pull, I'm the anchor. Touch this, pull on me, that I'm never alone. And I feel like I've literally... if you met me in 2020, I was very hyper independent, and it was always no. It was always no, I'm good. To where I'm at now, where it's Nema, can I? Yes, please. I can take the help. Nema, can I help? Yes, I can absolutely take. I've just learned to be okay. So I feel like I've really learned how to just look around and be there's people that want to be there for me, and it's okay to let them be there for me and let them hold the fort for me while I'm drowning, and also just in reverse the same thing. So yeah, I'm willing to let go of that idea of hyper independence and hyper I got this, and just be it's okay, I can breathe, I can one morning I can count on Sima, one morning I can count on Sash, one morning I can count on Antoine, and just the people around me that just hold the fort, and just it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I think for me, I would say I'm not able to actually pinpoint it to one word, but just the sense of belonging, I feel is something that I am constantly working to rewrite for myself, for other people. I feel like I have such a fierce idea of like when I walk into certain spaces, especially spaces that don't look like me or don't look like I should be there, it then kind of makes me carry myself in such a way as like, now I have to show that I belong here. And I think it's just probably a defense mechanism of like being in a foreign country for so long, and where there's many ways that people try to remind you daily of how different you are from society or from them, and it makes you feel like, okay, now I have to show that like I do actually belong here. So in certain ways, I think I'm very aware of that, but then I also think about it from the perspective of like the spaces that I also try to create, my events, the workshops, like just encouraging other people to like get that sense of you do belong, you do like you don't need to fit in, you can be your own person and let that be your guiding point. So yeah, in many words, I think that's something.
I think the one for me is that the belief that like change is always bad, but change is what keeps the world spinning. So I think the idea that like you can be the better version of yourself than you were yesterday, and just like, or like even a minute before, I think that's something like sometimes I'm always like, I like my routine, I like it this way, or I like how I was this time, but you can keep that, but you can keep growing and adding on to it. And I think that's something that I have to get past in my own head, because or even like there was a part of you that like maybe this was a habit, and be like, okay, I'm only this habit, but change it. Like you can do that. And I think that's something in a mindset I'm trying to get into, is that, okay, if I don't like this, what can I do to switch it to improve it?
You can rebrand.
So
You know, sorry, just to add on to what she said, partly for me, that's something I've also really been hectically learning, that it's okay if I felt one way, basically what you said, like if I felt one way in this season, and if I wake up one morning and like, I don't feel the same way, it's absolutely okay. We're human beings, we change our minds all the time, you know. So, because I said yes yesterday, and it does not mean that I'll say no. I mean, I'll say yes tomorrow. I could say no. You know,
it's okay.
It's okay to change. I think if the seasons change, why can't I change?
Exactly.
I think that's kind of mine as well. But, I think I'm just a completely different person to how I was in my earlier 20s. And there was a little bit of kind of resistance to accepting who I am now as a person. Just because I was always like a very quiet person all the way until growing up, and then 26 hit, and now I'm such a loud and boisterous person, and I never really expected that of myself. I think now I'm just kind of accepting like, this is just my personality, and there's nothing wrong with being loud, there's nothing wrong with being too much, as long as obviously it's positive, but there's nothing wrong with being too much, there's nothing wrong with being, you know?
Or even like the opposite of like, if you were, say you were very chatty before, and now you're like, I like to be quiet and observe more. You can do that, and there's nothing to that.
Exactly. Just holding space for the new person that you have changed and evolved into. Exactly. I think I'm rewriting and coming to terms with that version of myself.
Growth, that happens.
What about you? Being quiet, listening to the girls.
Yeah, I'm deep in it. Mine is very easy. Mine is, just because everyone is doing something one way doesn't make it the right way. And it's not for you. You can, if you feel like the other ways what will work for you, give it a try. Obviously, don't be a coconut head and listen to their advice and stuff in the sense of actually listening, not like follow. Right? If you feel like what they said, their journey is not what fits into your journey, then you can give your give your own way a try. Don't feel that because everyone did it this way, your way is the wrong way for sure. Yeah. But do it sensibly, Don't, make sure yours is still something.
Everything.
Yeah, exactly. Make sure yours is still.
Lightly.
Exactly.
And also, just coming to the fact that if you don't like your life right now, you have the power to change.
You can change
If
it.
today you decide, even if you're 35 years old and you're like, you know what, I want to be a nurse, and you decide to pursue something like that, it is okay to absolutely change and live different lives within your one lifetime.
That part.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, write that down.
Yes. Oh, I love the idea of like not shape shifting, but like
Evolving.
evolving and allowing yourself to like change your appearance, like rebrand
yourself.
your essence, right? Like I think people don't allow themselves to tap into their different characters enough. Like, have you tried the corporate baddie, and then have you tried to be the entrepreneur babe? Have you tried to be, you know, the creative? Like, what angles have you explored? And you only have one shot in this life to do all that exploration, right?
Yeah.
But I think the way society is structured now doesn't encourage that exploration because everyone's so focused on surviving. So when you're thinking of surviving, you don't have the time to sit down and be like, am I gonna be blonde or brunette next year, right? Yeah, which was devastating.
Got two more.
Okay.
I guess I'll take that as one for everyone.
Our question is, what's been giving you energy lately? Tequila. I'm joking.
Honestly, sleep. Like just taking the time to actually, even if it's not sleep, but being like kind of what you said, like taking the time to recharge by yourself. I recharge by either writing or like I like to paint, and then just having that quiet time. I like to hang out with friends, but just take the time for me, and I like my sleep. So, but yeah.
Mine is my work environment. Yeah, because I got a new job this year, like May, April.
Oh no!
Glory to God.
Fishy. So definitely the best. Or at least one of the best. I would say the best. If I can't, let me know. Like the best working space I've been in.
That's
good. Yeah, since I joined the working class. So yeah, big difference from the other ones I worked in. You know, I look. Okay, I don't know if I actually 100% look for going to work, but I do like working with them. They make, working
is not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all, man. They make working actually nice. You know, when you do something, you know, they just table it. They do like appreciate you on a random day, man. I can just be chilling. Next time I got an email. Oh, this person just appreciated what you did last week during the project. I was like, okay, man. I thought it was just a normal thing I did, but big ups to you guys, and that like. Unknowingly, that pushed me to do more. So we're working experience, man. Because you're there a lot, like 8 hours, 5 days a week. Yeah, so whether you're working from home, as long as you're on your laptop, that's your work environment still there. So the energy you get from your teams and stuff, doing those calls, doing those everything, like it can affect your day. Because some days, I'm sure there's some jobs you go to when you clock out, all you can do is roll into bed. For me, most of the days when I'm done with work, I can go see my boys, go chill with them still. Like, I'm not trying to roll under the bed and I can still go to the gym or something.
It's like, I love it for it. It's very cute.
You know what? But she said it's very rare for like men to be that ride or die for their friend.
Yeah.
It's only us women. Well, I love my friends.
My friends, my friend
tell me to breathe. You know?
I'm not saying I'm catching the bullet for any of them, but
you definitely would.
I don't know about that part, but for sure.
It's okay. It's not a bad thing. It's fine.
True that. Definitely make the city and life better. I can't lie. I can't lie.
I remember I had this one job where I would have check-ins with my manager on Mondays, and then that manager hated me. The Monday meetings, and just my Sunday, I wouldn't even sleep.
Yeah.
The anxiety would keep me awake because I would not only be thinking about everything that I still have to do, but just that one meeting.
Getting over
and
that.
having it on a Monday set your tone for the week.
Yeah.
It just, it just would crush me.
Yeah.
So the team you work with definitely matters. 'Cause it just shapes your life. Even if you're not working in person every day, it's still just like,
Definitely.
how do you feel when you go around them, and how do you feel when you leave?
Exactly.
Get off the phone with them.
But like you said, 8 hours, 5 days. That's a big portion of your life.
Yeah.
So
This season of my life, I'm really just very much interested in growth for me as a person, and it's just in like different aspects of my life. I think I've maybe told a few people about this, but I'm someone who gets very comfortable, and when I get comfortable, I'm comfortable. Like, I'm not looking to do too much. I'm not looking to move too much or anything. I'm comfortable basically. But I feel like in this, something in me just sparked and just was just like, let's do more. So it's growth in different areas of my life. I'm looking for growth in my friendships, growth in my personal life, growth in my spiritual life, growth in, gym, growth in just I'm actively seeking that growth. And then where I feel like I can't do it, I stop and I look at myself. I'm like, but why can you not? And why do you feel like you cannot? What's that roadblock? And then we look at that roadblock and I'm just like, okay, we'll take little steps to conquer that roadblock. And then at the end of the day, the point is to get on the other side. If it takes me 6 months, 3 months, 2 months, 1 year, the whole point is to get to the other side. So I'm just, at this point, I'm really focused and I'm really enjoying looking for different opportunities that give me growth of some aspect in my life. So yeah.
Love that. I think for me, writing has been giving me a lot of energy. Just being able to express more. And also, when I would write, because I love writing poetry and spoken word, but I would always write for like a specific event or like under pressure. Whereas when you make it more of like a daily practice, it actually starts to feel a lot easier. The pen is just flowing more smoothly, and I feel like it just gets out like all of the mumbo jumbo that's in my head and puts it on paper, whether it makes sense or not. So that's been giving me a lot of energy.
I feel like for me, so I've been a Christian my whole life, but I feel like recently anything church related has been giving me so much energy. Like when, not just worship music, but also when I go to church for Sunday, or when I go, there's this thing I do every Thursday where we just talk about, things about church, and then we just the strangers you meet, you talk about random things, but also discuss everyone's journey where they are, not just preaching and you change your life, but it's just I just found it gives me energy when I look forward to anything church related these days. So recently it's been church and growing in my faith. It's just, and also I realized I love singing in church. And welcome. So it's nice.
Oh, singer.
So
See you in the choir.
Oh no.
Should come and see you on stage.
Working towards it.
I'll do it. But love it.
Cute.
Did it?
Yes.
Trini, there's a question for everyone. What's something you've outgrown, even if quietly?
There are people that in that point in your life it was good to be really good friends with them, but life goes on and it's okay to outgrow them. And I think that's something that I've been trying to learn, is to, you can say your goodbye and still be on good terms, but just you're not as close as you were before. And I
feel like that's so hard.
It is,
so
right?
painful and so hurt. Painful.
Friendship breakup
is the worst.
They're really worse than
I would rather break up with a man 50 times than go through a friendship breakup like that. Yeah, to all the people that have been through friendship breakups, I'm so sorry because
Especially the people that you're close to.
yeah, like that feels like it would suck the soul out of you.
Do you think women go through more friendship breakthroughs, breakups than guys?
Of course we do.
Look, I'm trying to remember which of my boys have,
Or
like in life, have I ever like, oh, we're no longer friends again?
Or maybe like one of them you just haven't like it wasn't as big of an impact. You know, you're just like, okay, it happens. I know that like for me, I get big. I like to make connections, and I do big connections for a while.
Yeah.
So maybe that's
Yeah, because me, I kind of like whenever like there's someone I haven't spoken to in a while, I was like, oh, I haven't, like one of my boys from high school, I've been seeing like last week. Oh, we haven't spoken in a while. Are you free in 2 hours or FaceTiming?
But that's not a breakup. That's just a friend who is to the side.
You're not
Imagine one
too
of your
close.
closest friends right now. How much you love and appreciate your
Something
friends.
happens and
Pick
you
the
have to
person
not be
who's the
friends.
closest to you, and they're like,
she's
"Hey,
going
I'm
to
so sorry.
I want to paint this picture.
I don't want to be friends."
Yeah,
with
but why?
your-
How can you just wake up?
No, that's the thing. Something has to happen.
Exactly. I can't imagine a guy just
No, but
messaging
that's
me out random like,
right.
hey,
Sometimes
Sammy.
things happen in friendships and people just have to go. If they don't
They
want
go
to
through
sit down and
different
work
things,
it out,
right.
they have to go their separate ways.
If a friend is like,
So
"You
it's a
hurt me
thing.
in this way,"
So it's-
I know you can apologize, but please, I don't want any friendship with that.
Maybe it's good that you can communicate through that. I feel like I've had friendships where I try and I'm just like, I'm done trying. So you just kind of have to
Try
like
to
go here.
communicate or
Yeah.
like try to
Like
fix
communicate,
it.
like both. Like you try to work it out. Like I'm not just gonna say bye to someone just because
Yeah.
But like when you really work it out and you realize you're just not gonna be on the same end, and it's
Right.
like, okay, well,
I think that's very common, and especially just going back to the question where it says like outgrowing certain things. Like, if for example you are like you would always be around people who you would like drink, party, and like be staying out until 7 a.m. Like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with, and then you have decided that like you want to shift your life and like just certain habits have to fall off. If that's what the basis of your friendship was, like you guys would always hang out in that environment and you're no longer going into those environments, I think there's gonna be like a natural
like
pulling
separation.
away.
Yeah.
So
But is that all that person is? The person that you may be pulling away from, like, is that all that your friendship was? Just going out and
Maybe that
drinking?
was all it
I think
was.
maybe that was.
That's very
Yeah.
empty.
I feel like
It sounds like you really like you like your connections and you want to like really work things out, which is great.
I am a worker
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
I am.
No,
like,
you know what I think
if I
it
love
is?
you, I will do anything to try. To try and fix the issue. If we reach a point where it's like, so sorry, it's too much, heads button. Okay, fine. But I always want to at least try.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not speaking on behalf of Antoinette, but I'm just thinking maybe this is what she's thinking. Because I feel like I've had friendships and we've just kind of drizzled away. Like we were really good friends in university, we were really good friends in high school, and we just kind of drizzled, and it's fine. Like there's no bad blood.
Yeah,
If we reach out to each other once in a while, hello, how you doing? We're good. Good night. And then there's even those things that I feel like where it gets harder is you grew friendships and bonds with people, even if we maybe in university we went clubbing Thursday till Sunday, and then Monday we were in class, and then if something happens down the line, even if majority of your friendship was known as that, but there was a friendship, I think maybe that's what she's
I see
talking
what you're
about. Yeah.
In the sense that like people and it is said a lot on social media, but people will always give their man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 25 chances, but will not go through. Not that I'm saying that you're gonna do someone wrong 25 times, no, but like it's very important. We don't put as much effort into our friendships, and to me, my friendships mean everything to me. Like my friends have kept me afloat. My friends have kept me feeling like I'm breathing when I'm drowning. My friends have shown me love. My friends have encouraged me. Like you can't go from loving me and encouraging me and making me feel so good about myself and, you know, sharing such deep, intimate moments to now you've done one thing, cut you off. What the you know what I mean?
But I feel like it's not a good way to like wean out your friendships in a sense. In meaning like I've had friendships where I am like that person. I really love to communicate. I want to talk things out.
Yeah.
But if the other person's not willing to, so
That-
then
that-
I'm realizing
that.
I'm realizing, okay, like I want a friendship that you are willing to go that extra mile. You
Yeah.
are like if something's bothering me, we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Just I'm not going to bed upset at you. Like I want to talk this through.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's how I've weaned out some of my friendships. You know?
Yeah. If you're not willing to talk about it, it's a whole different case.
Yeah.
Then we weren't in like the right friendship to be
Yeah.
To
Right.
because you should
exactly.
feel safe.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's also something to be said about the friendships that frizzle out, mostly because of like repeated action.
Okay. Yeah.
Because yes, there's like you've done something once, you've crossed the line of set, like we've kind of come back together and level set.
Yeah.
But if it's a continuous, perpetual
Yeah.
thing that comes in different forms and we continue to address it, then as adults, I feel like
That's
you only
fair.
have so much capacity
Yeah.
to manage, you know, everything that's going on top of this, you know, behavior.
That's fair.
So
it's almost like your first time, like maybe you're unaware, a second time someone's brought it up to you, but if you're getting to the third time, like at the end, it's a choice.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's fair.
It's the same way in relationships you set boundaries. I feel like in
Yes.
friendships
You also have to say
need to
that.
have, as long as they're clear and to both, to everyone involved.
Yeah.
But
I agree. Yeah.
So it sounds like the conversations have been amazing. I just was in the kitchen hearing all of this, and it makes my heart happy to see people at a table talking and enjoying themselves. This kind of brings the end of the night. There is one last question to end us off, and that question is, what would you tell somebody who's never been to DishCourse?
Oh, it makes you really think. You really have to, maybe things that you thought you knew the answer to, but you have to really sit down and finally say it out, which is kind of nice.
Yeah, and to that point, I feel like also you realize how different people think the same way, and you may think, oh, I've been going through this or thinking like this, and they're like, oh, you're saying it's like, are you in my brain? Because I felt that obviously everyone here. So
Or also realizing that, you know, I may see something in a particular way, but I understand why somebody else would see and think so.
Yes.
Both points.
Yeah.
You see both sides.
yeah.
I would say come and just hear everyone out. I almost didn't come tonight.
It's right.
And that's because I was so stuck in my head about like what's gonna be talked about and everything like that. But it's honestly, having been here tonight, I'm so grateful actually that, you know,
Same.
and I was telling these guys because I really was not supposed to be here tonight. So the fact that I came, I feel like I was meant to be here.
Yeah.
And it's eye-opening. It's very inclusive, it's very educational, and very just like you get to see different life experiences. And like Sima said, like you get to learn from different, and you just be like, oh my goodness, I was thinking that, and it was spoke it out loud, but it's making so much sense. So
Or that you thought it, but you didn't know how to say it.
you didn't know how to
Yeah.
say
For
it.
it,
So
yeah.
if you get the opportunity, please come, because this
Thank you
is
very
a very good,
And you're guaranteed good food, so.
a period. Yes, the food is lit.
On the good food part.
Yeah.
On the good food part, because the dessert was amazing.
yeah, this was the right vibe, the right room.
Yeah. So nice to meet you.
It was no, you guys.
And now I know where I'm going to get my hair done.
Run club, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
When I get out and run, not in the winter, but when I get outside,
Fine food, good conversations, and even finer people. This is DishCourse.